All right, so I have kind of a beef with these calculators. The fact that they're not solar, which means once the battery goes out, they're dead, and you can't really do anything with them. So I don't really like these calculators, but nevertheless, I'm going to still try and help you out and help you navigate these. Now, if we're trying these 5 examples with this calculator, I'm just going to have you tool around, show you the right buttons to use and where they are, but you're going to have to figure out the right sequence. Now, if you're doing 3 to the 5th power, we're going to look right there. All right, that button, that YX button. Now, what I think, and I don't have one of these calculators, I've just tried in the past to help kids with them. I think since X comes before Y in the alphabet here, since it's like Y to the X power, we would have to plug 5 first in and then 3. So if you hit 5, then this button, then 3, I think you'll get 243. If you get 125, then just switch the order and do 3, then that button, then 5. But maybe in the comments you can let me know how that's working or not working for you. But that's the button if you're taking powers. So you're going to figure out what that sequence is. Then you're going to look over here. Now, on number 2, we're going to take 2 to the 3rd power first. Now, you could do this the old school way and do 2 times 2 times 2. If you wanted to, that gives you 8. But you have to do that first before we multiply by 4. So 4 times 8 is 32. But make sure, if you're using this button, you're using the correct sequence. If you end up getting 36 from doing this, that's because you don't have the sequence right and you did 3 squared before you multiplied it by 4. So make sure you get the sequence right first and you know how to use that button. All right. Now they get trickier starting with number 3 because we're dealing with E. Now if you don't even know what E is, it's an exponential number. You'll be learning about that a lot in chapter 8, especially with compound or continuously compounded interest. Now here's what we have to do first. You always deal with the exponent first. So take 0.06 and multiply it by 5, hit equals. Once you do that, you'll get a decimal. That's fine. You just get a number in your calculator. Then you need to find this button right here. Hang on. Where am I? Okay. You have to hit second first and then this because that'll get you the e to the x. Now, when you hit second and then that gives you another decimal. You take whatever decimal's in the calculator, leave it in there, multiply that by 500. So 500, and that should give you this. All right? So once again, take the exponent first, multiply those two, then second, e to the x, it's that button right in there, hit equals. Actually, you don't have to hit equals. Just second that, then times 500, then equals. And that should work out for you. Okay? If it doesn't, message me on Google Hangouts. Now, number 4, the order with which we're going to do this one, I'm still going to start with the exponent. All right, 4 times 10 is 40. So just put that 40 there. All right, leave it there in your work. We'll get to it later, I promise. Now, you're going to start right here. So 0.08 divided by 4 equals. Plus 1 equals. Now, we have to take that to the 40th power. Okay? So we would use this button again. Hopefully we figured out the correct sequence there. All right. So either equals then to the 40, or this button and then the 40, or 40 blank, have that written down, and then take it to that. And then whatever, multiply that by 6,000, and you should end up with this. All right. So we're still using this power button right there. That's the only way I know how to do that one. But once again, I don't have this calculator. I just know the order in which that I would do it. And last but not least, the log down here. Now you might be saying to yourself, Self, I don't even know what a log is. Well, you should be able to find that on your calculator though. Now if you just plug in log 16, you're going to get a decimal, you're not going to get 2. You need to get a 2 out of it. So any log that comes up is going to be log base 10. So there's a log button right there. That's the one we're going to be using. Now, I have to tell you something called a change your base formula. But this is the exact same thing as saying log base 10 of 16 over log base 10 of 4. So, how to plug this into your calculator. You're going to type in 16, then you're going to hit log, and that'll come up with a decimal. Then you're going to hit divided by 4 log, and then equals. And that should come up with a whole number 2 right there. And that's all you have to deal with. Now, this button right here is a natural log button. You could do it with that one as well. Just hitting ln instead of 16, then ln, then divided by 4ln equals, and it'll still get you 2. But that's how you use some of these buttons on this calculator. Thank you very much for listening.